2023 Auckland Cup run and won by Akuta. Mark Purdon joins me. Firstly, Mark, congratulations.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah.
Good win, tough win.
Yes, it was a tough win. He got a nice enough trip, but he needed it tonight to overcome what he's been through.
When you look at the sectionals, the last mile was slow, but they stood and went 2 minutes that first mile. Like, the speed was on for a long, long time in that race, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And then that middle stage work when Self-Assured made a move and just kept the pace on us. So probably just took its toll over the final stages on some of those front runners.
If you look at the race on face value, Akuta wins. Mark Purdon, he's an up-and-coming horse. He's been spoken about for a long time. So if you only look at the results and don't know the backstory behind it, people would say, oh, well, he deserves to win. But was it touch and go as to whether he'd even be here tonight?
Well, he got over the abscess quick. So, so Sunday he was in the car jogging, and Monday, Wednesday he had hobble runs, good solid runs. So, no, he was always going to be here, but just missing a run and a couple of days' work, you just wonder at this level whether it would have taken its toll.
Do you wonder?
I was happy with his work, but I think he needed a nice trip. I don't think he could have done the work and overcome it tonight.
A lot of people marvel at what you do, and you do it you do it quite a lot. There'll be one or two times that this gets mentioned. What goes in your mindset? Like, do you just say, rightio, well, we've missed that work, but you don't see, like, some people overwork them, some people underwork them when they have missed that. Like, how do you go about it?
Well, I'd worked them a bit harder because of that reason, missing the work, but I think you just can't beat race fitness, and that's the question mark behind it. Missing a race last week was just made you wonder.
You also had the other part, you had to move house basically because it just got too wet. Another thing, like the Australians and that wouldn't understand, but you only had to move next door, which was great, but at the same time, total change. It's a big thing for some of these racehorses.
Yes, it is, yeah, but you could tell they were thriving, just being in a paddock that was drier and was better for them, and a little bit better quality of grass, I think, helped them too.
It's great the way the Kiwis work. I mean, what was there, 4 horses in that race with your opposition, and they opened their barn up. You got Lincoln Farms, and you got Ray Green with 2, and you had Robert Dunn and the Dunns. They had 2 as well, and they opened the doors up and say, "No, mate, you come in here, and we'll look after you." Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, no, it's a great setup, and we're like a family, really. I think we're get on the track, and it's every man for himself. But round the barn, and that is the great camaraderie.
Self-Assured was great. He just probably did a bit too much work mid-race, I suppose.
Yeah, that's right. I think it was probably a no-win situation from where he was. He either had to have a go or take his chances, but he went great.
He went very, very good. Akuta, does he travel to Australia at all?
Not now, no. He's going to have a well-earned break now and probably get ready for the New Zealand Cup. And then maybe the year, like the February Hunter Cups, those sort of races, maybe, or? Yeah, quite possibly, Paul. We'll just take it as it comes, but, quite possibly.
Millwood Nike last week. I think everyone needs to be aware of what you're doing with this horse. 14 wins, 14 starts, 14 wins. Beautiful mare. You said to me back in November she wouldn't be going to Australia this year, so I'm not even going to ask, but are you starting to map things out for her for a good year's campaign going forward? And maybe is there things other than Australia on the radar with her?
Yeah, well, when I get home, I've said to Nathan we'll do a printout of what she can contest, because she's going to have to take on the better mares at some point, and she's probably ready for them. So we'll map out a plan when we get home.
I know you're not going to answer this, but I mean, you've always harboured dreams of going to America. Is she the sort of filly that you might take to America?
Well, once upon a time, she would have been ideal, but I think now I've got the thoroughbreds, I might be committed at home.
No, take on the world. It'll be fine. Nathan will look after them.
Well, I'm looking forward to doing the thoroughbreds, but hey, it might, something like that may happen.
Yeah, I think she's a champion mare. I want the Australians to be aware of her. I was fortunate enough, as I said, saw her as a late 3-year-old at up in Addington, or down at Addington, but. Yeah, she's something special. Every time I watch her, I just think she's just brilliant. She doesn't have that wow factor or anything like that. She just keeps getting the job done and just does it so well.
Yeah, she is. She's just super to work with. And last start was probably one of the tougher runs, but she just relaxed, so kind out there, and took nothing out of herself. And just each time I asked her for a bit more, it was there.
Mark, thank you. I'll let you go. I asked about doing 1 in the morning. You weren't that keen on it. You go and enjoy yourself, and have a good night. Well done for everything you're doing. Enjoy the winter off. Get around those thoroughbreds, and we'll see you down at Addington in a few months' time.
Look forward to it, Paul.
Thank you.